renewable energy is energy from source that are naturally representing but growing limited renewable sources are eventually insoluble in duration but limited in the amount of energy that is available per unit of time. Renewable energy is a source of green energy, meaning energy from sources of such as the wind or sun. Different types of renewable energies: solar renewable energy, wind renewable energy, and hybrid. We continue with Simon.
Different types of renewable energy sources like solar energy, solar renewable energy. Solar energy is a recent renewable energy sources of energy that is sustainable and totally inexhaustible, unlike fossil fuels that are wind energy. The wind energy is a clean and readily available renewable energy sources. Every day around the world, wind turbines and captures the wind power and converting it to electricity. Geothermal energy. Geothermal energy is electricity which originates from the form of the planet and from radioactive decay of materials in current uncertain but possible drop of proportions. Hydropower. Hydropower or hydroelectricity power is one of the oldest and largest sources of renewable energy, which use the natural flow of moving water to generate electricity. Policies development to renewable energy to embark on a massive education program to enlighten the citizens, particularly in the rural communities, about the benefits of renewable energy sources. To prompt decentralization energy supply, especially in rural areas based on renewable energy resources. To do emphasizes and discourage the incrementation of use of fossil fuels and both challenges for renewable energy. Poor financial conditions, the high initial cost of installation, lack of infrastructure, non-renewable energy monopoly, lack of knowledge and awareness, lack of policy subsidies, etc. Conclusion: energy plays a crucial role in modern scientists. It has a vital input to all sectors. Example: residential, transportation, and manufacturing. And it is essentially to generate electricity to other works. All societies require energy services to meet basic human needs such as lighting and heating and mobility. Thank you for this opportunity.
Very good, Mohan and Dinesh and Saira. And next participation is next presenters Mohan and Nikita. Please come on to the dais.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Mohan. We are from K.B.N. School. The topic we have selected is impact of renewable energy on sustainable development of business. What is renewable energy? Can anyone tell me what is renewable energy? Proper definition. No? Anyway, I am going to tell. The name itself has meaning in that the resources that can be used repeatedly does not run out because it is naturally replaced. There are natural resources like wind, sunlight, geothermal heat, biomass, etc. There are different types of renewable energy. By using this natural resources like solar energy, wind energy, hydropower, biofuels, etc.
Now we would like to hear from Jeffrey that industry scenario. Most of the corporate companies use this renewable energy. As far as we know, there are 13.4 gigawatts of renewable energy was purchased in 2020. Many companies and organizations installed these renewable energy resources. Like if you come across your university, you can see the usage of wind energy and solar energy. They install some fans in which they automatically rotate based on the wind direction. How industry scenario helps in industries means reduces energy bills, green energy incentives, increases efficiency. Also, it reduces the cost of the falling costs, improves investors' confidence and reputations among customers. You can see. It is also impact of funding structures and funding available.
There are some major achievements that are provided in India. We are not TTD, right? Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam. Yeah. They installed largest solar steam cooking systems for cooking. By using this system, they almost put 15,000 people per day. Not only this, we export these renewable products also. Over 30 megawatts capacity of solar photovoltaic products are exported to various countries through India. As you can see the graph, there is a small jump in usage of renewable energy from 2019 to 2020. For every scenario, there are pros and cons, right? For this renewable energy, we also have advantages and disadvantages. Here are some advantages: consistently lower energy bills, less service disruption, fewer global warming emissions, community improvement. These all are interlinked with each other. When it comes to disadvantages, the electricity generation capacity is still not enough, and it takes a lot of space to install, and it's an expensive stuff too.
Now, we would like to conclude here: energy security, economic growth, and environmental protection. These three are the national energy policies of any countries in the world. As far as the information, we have there may be 5% of electricity mix of 2032 in renewable energy. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mohan and Nikita. That was a nice information provided on the given topic. And the last presenter is P. Mohan from MBA.
నేను చెప్పినప్పుడల్లా నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్ అన్నప్పుడల్లా చేస్తాను, లేకపోతే నా టాపిక్ అయిపోగానే నువ్వే అర్థం చేసుకొని స్లైడ్ చేస్తాను. ఇలా
Hello, I'm Mohan Putturi from K.B.N. First MBA course. My topic is renewable energy challenges and opportunities in India. Firstly, what is renewable energy? Renewable energy is energy that is collected from renewable resources that are naturally replenished in a human timescale. It includes sources like sunlight, wind, rain, tides, waves, and geothermal heat, etc. Many people imagine that there is an energy shortage in our planet, but the renewable resources fuels our earth provides much more energy that we could never imagine. The technologies for the renewable energies are trending upwards. A range of new and disruptive developments and inventions in the green energy industry means it rapidly transforming our energy systems around the globe. It is gaining the increased importance of the distribution system and the predicted a play a more important role in the near future.
Renewable energy is a term used to refer the forms of energies that are naturally obtained from the environment and form sources that can be replenished naturally. The following is a brief about the major important renewable energy sources. Firstly, the solar energy. It taps the heat from the sun to produce energy from the generation of, for the generation of electricity, heating, and lighting homes and commercial buildings. Solar energy is used in worldwide, and it is increasing popular for generating electricity or heating and desalinating of the water. And these are the types, three types which mainly used for the solar energy. And next, hydropower energy. It utilizes moving water to produce electricity. Moving water creates high energy that can be harnessed and turning into power. The hydro energy is a form of renewable energy that uses the power of moving water to generate electricity. The next is the ocean. The tides, waves, current can be used to produce electricity. Also, still at the it is still in the research and development stage and not yet commercially available. Promising ocean technology includes wave energy, tidal energy, salinity gradient energy. Mainly the wave energy, where converts the capture of energy contained in the ocean waves and use it to generate the electricity. The tidal energy, the tidal range technology is used to barrage to harvest power between high and low tide. The tidal current or tidal stream technologies is currently popular. The salinity gradient energy. The pressure retarded osmosis technique is used to generate the energy. And next, the geothermal energy, where the geothermal energy in the earth crust, which origins from the formation of the planet and from the radioactive delays in the material, in currently uncertainty but possibly roughly equal proportions. The high temperature and pressure in the earth's interior causes some rock to melt and solid melting to behave physically. These are the top countries which highly share of producing renewable energy. The first is USA, China, India, UK, and Germany. The next. This is India's renewable energy, where India is mainly focusing on hydroelectric power, solar power, nuclear, and biomass energy, and also the wind power. The India aims to become the top one by 2030. Next. These are the opportunities for the renewable energy. First one is operating cost. Renewable energy helps in saving money in the long term. You can also save not only for the maintaining cost but also for the operating cost as well. As we are using the technology that generates power from the sun, wind, and all the natural commodities, you don't have to pay for the fuel rate. And also the pollution control. Mainly because of the non-renewable energy, the more pollution is happening. But renewable energy technologies reduce pollution and address the climate change. It is considered as a clean energy and don't cause any grave economical pollution, and it has low or zero component for the greenhouse emissions. And next, the public health. If the government took upon themselves to build upon the renewable energy facilities, the population would enjoy the health benefits. Generally, a big chunk of budget gives to migrate and cure the diseases related to the fossil fuels used, like respiratory and cardiac health issues, cancer, and neurological disorders. This will, and because of this, it will save due to the renewable energy, and it also helps to boost the public health. And next, employment opportunities. Because it is a new technology, many more employment opportunities will come. And since the inception of the renewable energy, new and stable jobs have been added and more to the most of the economic world. And recycling. Mainly the biomass composite using the organic products such as vegetable oil, corn, soya bean, byproducts, and even algae to generate the energy. Overall, it reduces the amount of carbon that gives in the atmosphere. Next, self-produce. Renewable energy technologies allow people to reduce the energy locally, to produce the energy locally. The more we are using the renewable energy for our power needs, the less we can depend upon the non-renewable sources, such as the regular formats. To empower remote areas. It is mainly helpful for the for generating mainly takes place in the remote settings. This, which means the local towns would get a fair share of power generations, ultimately categorize the generation of those depressed areas, both socially and economically. And next the challenge. The most challenges for the renewable energies are capital costs. The most significant obstacle to the renewable energy adopted right now is the cost. In particular, these costs associated with the building installation facilities like solar or wind farms. The majority of the cost for the renewable energy is their installations. Currently, we are using the non-renewable energy, so we have to upgrade everything for installing the non-renewable energies, which implies a lot of cost and the barriers. Solar, wind, and other renewable sources of energy have worked with the deeper pockets and established infrastructure and decades of experience of the policy. Next, infrastructure. We need to amend and redesign not only the way of deliver the electricity, but also the electricity market, which the present infrastructure are designed for the fossil fuel generations, associated with the redesign and the need for the new generation of the government models and the procedures. Power shortage. Most importantly, the lack of power shortage at an affordable cost is another drawback for it. Land use. For the renewable energy, the plants and the shade, it requires a lot of land. And also the support, where the political support should be mainly needed for subsidies, incentives, and the regulations that support the renewable energy. Lack of knowledge. A lot of the people have very less knowledge about the renewable energy. The huge property tax from fossil fuel plants is going on support to the local commodity. Less capacity. There are still challenges for generating the large quantity of power in the renewable energy. Unreliable. The renewable energy technologies totally depend upon the weather. In case of atmospheric conditions are not good or enough, the renewable energy technology would lack of ability for the generate and electricity. It is very difficult to completely depends upon the renewable energy because there are still challenges to the generation of large quantity of the power supply in the renewable energy technology compared to the traditional forms of energy generation like fossil fuels. It is still produce a large quantity of electricity today by coal. This essentially means that it can't solely rely on the power that whole nation, but however we can use it for households and small scale business purposes widely, so that we can save our money and also we can also not reliable for non-renewable energies because of the manageable for the daily purposes. Thank you one and all for giving this great opportunity. Thank you.
Well, Mohan, that was a nice informative information provided by you. Very good presentation. And the next presenters is Sai Surendra and Sai Karthik from Gates Institute of Management Sciences.
First of all, good morning to one and all. Myself K. Sai Surendra and along with my partner T. Sai Karthik. I am pursuing my BBA from Gates Institute of Management and Sciences. My topic is renewable energy, challenges and opportunities. First of all, renewable energy plays a fundamental role in providing energy services to the country in a sustainable form. But with the rapid increase of population growth, the rate of utilization of fossil fuels in developing nations is becoming a severe concern, and it is also becoming a danger to the both humans and animals because the fossil fuels emit greenhouse gases and pollution which leads to global warming. First of all, renewable energy is the energy that collected from the natural resources. These resources can be obtained naturally and they are released continuously or renewably wise. This renewable energy plays an important role in global economy thanks to its contribution in mitigating the impact of climate change and in guaranteeing energy security, wind and solar energy. India today is running world's largest ambitious renewable capacity expansion program, which stands second among emerging economies in transition to clean energy, and world's third largest renewable energy producer, which produces 134 gigawatts, followed by China and USA. China produces 895 gigawatts and respectively USA produces 295 gigawatts. Now India aims to make this mark by 2022 by achieving 225 Globally, India is the third largest solar market. The government target of installing 20 gigawatts of solar power by 2022 was achieved 4 years ahead of schedule in January. In next 5 years, almost half of wind and PV solar projects are tied to plan, but not finalized. Some impacts on policies are already visible. Initial government policies to tackle COVID-19 challenges are focused mainly on extending project commissioning deadlines and postponing planned options. France, United Kingdom, Greece, and Germany have provided some flexibility for developers who are not able to meet policy-related final commissioning dates. While these measures predict deployment in 2020 and 2021, now some of the major development in renewable energy sector are as follows. In first half of 2018, India installed 1 megawatt of solar capacity per every hour. That solar capacity has been increased by 8 times between financial year 2014 to 2018. Power generation from renewable energy resources in India reached a record of 101.84 billion units in financial year 2018 and reached 107.22 billion units between April 2018 to January 2019. In March 2018, Renew Power finalized a deal estimated at USD 1.5 billion USA to acquire Ostra Energy, making it is the largest renewable energy company in India. And also recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated Asia's biggest bio-CNG plant named as K.B.N. This K.B.N. is India's Asia's biggest CNG plant, can reach 550 tons of segregated wet organic waste and produce around 17,000 of kgs of CNG per day. And challenges and opportunities in renewable energy can be explained by Natarajan.
Yeah, morning all. This is Karthik. As my friend Surendra already stated, renewable energy is a big source in one of the India. And comparing to other countries, we are emerging more towards renewable energy by reducing the usage of fossil fuels. Now coming to the challenges, availability of power. Here, power means power generated through renewable resources like wind and solar. This energy derived from sunlight, which is called as solar energy, is tough in some places. Like comparing to morning, the efficiency of power derived from solar is very low in night, as the availability of sunlight is very low in time of night. And power quality issues. As we already know, there are some challenges in this renewable energy. In seasonal times, where comparing with the other sources, mainly hydro energy, which derived from water, due to some causes in weather, there will be low availability of energy coming from hydro energy is very less in time of summer. And resource location. This is one of the toughest part in implementing renewable energy. We need a huge amount of human capital and money to install these renewable energy plants. But India is emerging one of the greatest energy. Like as we know that Chennai has a power plant which produces a electric bike within 2 seconds. We should appreciate this technology in India. And coming to information barrier, most of the Indians don't know about this renewable energy, as there are many drawbacks, like comparing to other nations. India is lagging this because of information barrier. A government should teach every Indian what's the uses of renewable energy sources, and this reduces 20% of fossil fuels comparing to now 2020. Cost issue. This cost issue includes most power quality issues and knowing about the particular area for locating the plant. And hydro and tidal. Comparing with the other resources, hydro and tidal energy releases gas called methane, which is more 20% dangerous comparing to carbon dioxide. This should be reduced by help of government and other changes using this information. Coming to opportunities. opportunities in renewable energy. High political awareness. If political involves in this renewable energy, it teaches to everyone, then we, more than this we can cross USA with this. At present, USA is running off 259 gigawatts, and with the information barrier, if there is no information barrier, we can easily cross the USA by this renewable energy. In most of Pacific countries have energy policies and renewable energy targets, and we need renewable energy. International community is providing energy, increasing resources to assist. As we already know, IRENA, which is International Renewable Energy Agency, is providing more resources to India than comparing to other countries. In advantages, fuel supply that never runs out, zero carbon emission, and a clean air and clean water, cheaper from electricity, it generates employment. And I am finally concluding this topic. Renewable energy has a broad range of total system-wide occupational energy and safety impacts. Roughly half billion of renewable energy sources, however, have lower average risk to individual workers. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Surendra and Karthik. That was a very good information on the given topic. Sir, Natarajan sir, all the presentations done, sir, and now the presentation time is yours, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. And thank you for K.B.N. College for providing this opportunity and knowledge in terms of renewable energy issues and challenges. Okay, so and since you have raised a couple of other people because we started our session a little bit delayed, maybe due to technical sessions. So since almost around 6 to 7 presentation they have covered most of the points, I just wanted to highlight a couple of things that I've prepared so that you'll have a better knowledge of what exactly is happening in India, especially on renewable energies, and what are the issues and challenges, and as a students in future, what exactly we are going to face in terms of the energy crunch as well as in terms of how to go over in mitigating this kind of energy crunch. So let me share my slides. Please let me know whether you have you are able to see my PPT. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. You are visible, sir.
No. I'm talking about my screen, my desktop. Are you able to see the desktop now?
No, sir.
No.
You please click on your presentation, sir.
Yeah, now the presentation is visible to you, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so let me take a quick recap of whatever has happened so far because most of the people have covered a couple of things, but I just wanted to add lots of data points so that we'll have a much more better idea why this topic is utmost of importance for a recent past. Okay, so renewable energy, and many people said that because we have got a plenty of natural resources are available. Maybe from sunlight, we have got a high road because from maybe from the sea, maybe from the river, and we have got a wind. All these things are plenty is available. Only thing is that we started looking at this as an energy, and we are trying to go probably convert this. But I would like to share a couple of my own experiences, and that was mind-boggling. When I was trying to collect a lot of information on renewable energy for the last couple of days. Okay, this is my personal property through they can see, I've seen this, and when I visited one place near Mona, there is something called Tiruchinapalli. There you'll find out the second plantation which is available in the highest peak. Okay, so there we have installed something like that. Are you able to listen to me and as well as are you able to see my slides?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. Okay, there I could see that there is a tea plantation processing. Okay, so that was installed even before the independence, so somewhere around 1920s or 30s that they have done. So during those point itself, what they have done is that they just converted the stream And from the steam they took a couple of converted into something like energy, and they have got electricity only for that because which is totally cut off from the existing places. And some of these British people they found out this kind of system which is running down for the 24/7 and down the year, and they use that and from that they just converted that one. So we have got hydropower at that point itself. Okay, now we have got lot of sun, and I have seen that even the individual houses, there are so many number of people, they don't depend on electricity from the government. They just convert everything from what is that solar and try to use for it. Okay, I know one such houses in Bangalore. Okay, so both for they are using the rainwater, collecting everything and using for the whole houses around the year, and they are also getting a solar energy and that is used for it. Now it has become a very popular that they wanted to put up self-sustainable houses, self-sustainable universities. Even in our own Information Institute of Technology, a couple of years back, we initiated, and for the whole building, and we have planted a lot of solar energy panels through which we were able to convert everything, and the whole building is operated only with the use of this. Okay. And one more information, this is based on my experience. It is basically for this was centered in Kanyakumari. So in Kanyakumari, I could see that there was a plant which was initiated from the government and monitored by the IIT Chennai for this basically for converting into water into drinkable water. Because of the drinkable water, okay, so what you have used is that you have used only the solar energy. Everything is only we are converting the hydropower and the solar power into this. So there is a whole trends and more number of people started working on different kind of technologies and how to do a lot of new things, innovative things in order to utilize the existing natural resources to bring up a lot of resources. Okay. There are so many reasons actually why we need to go for renewable energy, especially in India and especially in the rural part of it, because still electricity is not available from some places. Most of the celebrities or most of the people, as a philanthropic nature, they started adapting these kind of rural places. There are certain places where you won't be able to even get to this. Okay, so those places we need to look for self-sustainable energies. But apart from that, now we know the power shortage will be there, okay? And the last 2 days there was a lot of pure crying because there was the Russia war against the Ukraine. Because of that, there is some amount of speculation that happens that our fuel prices might go up. Because of that, there are so many things that come up in the picture. So because of rising prices of oil and cases, we need to go for it. And apart from that, you know pretty well that we started using for coal or other kind of things, which are largely used for developing electricity or any kind of an energy. That creates a lot of pollution in the nature, and that in future it will create lots of problems. So we need to look out for naturally different energy resources. So economic resources also focusing us to go for it. And there is an ample resources in Kaiser available. I could see that Germany, Netherlands, these people are almost more than 50% of their energies are coming from these kind of renewable energies. I'll also show that slide so that we'll be able to understand where exactly people are working and how other European other countries are really focusing on how they depend on natural resources in order to get more energy. Okay, and there is an abundance of saying many people said that we have got a lot of rivers, we have got a lot of seas, and through which we will be able to convert a couple of energy, couple of these resources into energy. And now recent past, okay, and especially for the last 5 or 6 years, government has come up with so much of initiative and providing a lot of incentive both for the industry as well as the individual households whenever they depend on any kind of these kind of renewable energy, especially for that. If you are looking out for the solar power in terms of providing electricity in the house, or maybe looking out for something like your solar water heater, whatever it is, they are providing a lot of incentives. And a lot of increase in financing option also. Sometimes people, apart from the government initiative, they need a capital to go both in terms of probably grant those kind of a capacity, maybe for the manufacturing industries or even for the small SME or whatever maybe the kind of industry, or even for the individual outsource, they need to look out for the financing option. And government has come up with some kind of provisions, especially through the financing options. So far as government has not achieved this, but they have got a grant proposal to go for producing almost 175 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity by the year 2022, and they are trying to work on that. Okay, so I just wanted to show how exactly India is planning in terms of renewable energy. And you can see that on the generation point of view, how we are able to improve. And there is a constant improvement, but year on year, if you look out for the growth, it's only a marginal improvement. And even though there is an improvement is there, I could see that most of the places, this renewable energy concept is very, very less. And especially southern part of it, where you could see that the most number of people are aware about the natural resources, and we started using it. Okay, so especially Karnataka, they are doing extremely good, and Andhra, Tamil Nadu, they are also doing extremely good. And somewhere in one or two places in north, where you'll be able to find out Rajasthan, they are trying to do better kind of thing. But if you consider, as an India, consumption of these renewable energies, still the awareness is very, very less. That itself is a huge challenge for a country, especially of renewable energy, because the consumption pattern is very, very, very less in most part of the part of our country, and some part of the country even they are not considering this as energy source, even though they are not having any other energy, but they need to look up for it because there is a lot of things that they are expected to do. And second thing is that second most important thing is that what we are looking at for more from the price competitive. Okay, so now you say that as I already mentioned. Okay, there is a one provision for the companies whenever they are depending on the renewable energy that was given something like 100% FTQ, which means that if you want to set up a plan next year and apply for 100% interest rate, that is indirectly useful for your taxation and other kind of things. But that was reduced to 40%. But normally what we can do is that it is having a very huge impact in the case of manufacturing industries where they can avoid these kind of facilities. Okay, that is what is happening now because for purchasing or any other kind of thing it's only 50%, whereas for this it is almost something like a 40%. Okay, so that is another reason why people in different manufacturing industries they started working on that. Even in service industry, they started focusing on the renewable energies. Another thing, another reason, okay, so if you look at it more from the price competitive nature where you will be able to find out, I forgot to tell you one thing. So now you can see that very few states and say probably around, we are talking about 7 states, okay, out of total we are talking about along with the Union Territory 38 or 35. Only 7 are consuming more than 80% of the total capacity. Which means that remaining people, even the areas where the government or the people who are sitting in there, they are not at all looking out for the information from there. They are not only exposed to this and they are also not aware of it, they are also not willing to utilize that part. So the somewhere in the education point of view and in creating awareness that these are all most important and that we useful for even for the future generation. The next thing that we are focusing on is that how exactly it has taken off so far in India. So we are talking about two different major renewable energy or solar and wind energy. Okay, so and you can see that the wind capacity and solar capacity marginally started increasing. Wind capacity is increasing almost equivalent to the solar capacity, and both are also priced because initially the setup cost is very high, so they priced it at very high. Now, whether it is solar or the wind tariff, everything has come down, and which is very, very competitive to our electrical unit charges. So now the thing is that there is a stiff competition between the renewable energies and the traditional energy that so far we have been using it. But one point is that we could see that there is a constantly increase by utilizing the wind power as well as the solar power in order to convert these into renewable energy. More than the other like the hydro or biogas, solar has been just topping up in Indian conditions, especially in Indian places. Okay, so and this is what the comparison. Now you can see that solar is having a topping up with something like 0.39 percentage, and wind is something like 9.05 percentage in terms of the growth rate. But for biomass and for small hydro, it started having a very less, especially small hydro is very less. Biomass, especially on the rural areas, started able to find out. It started penetrating, and yes, and more than that, it is southern region it is having a huge penetration. Okay, so this is based on the Indian report. But now you could see that solar is topping up with each and everything. Okay, so that is what is happening over there. And now the comparison is between how exactly we are faring between our Indian conditions with other kind of countries. As I already pointed out, European countries are especially doing well, and especially in Germany, and they have got so many number of wind as well as they are trying to use space, other kind of power, and they are also using a hydropower. And you see that rather than it's having lots of sources from the sea, and they planted a lot of machineries in the sea in order to convert all those wind as well as sea waves and converting that into something like energy. But just compare that, they are something like 5 times or almost close to 4 point something, 4 point times ahead of us in India. Okay, so and comparing China and ourselves, though they are having a huge space, we are having a very minute geographical area, but still, despite that, we are able to compete with the China in terms of converting renewable, largely because of the technological innovation and the awareness which has been, especially on the southern part of it in Rajasthan. Okay, barring that and other parts, still it has to come. And you say it's a widespread, but the only thing is that and they have got less number of people in terms of consumption. And one more good reason is that they have got plenty of other resources, so now they are not related for that. But as far as Germany, and they knew better that they need to look out for converting our natural resources into a lot of energy. And what exactly the key issues and challenges which are happening over there? Okay, so in India, and most of this power distribution companies are mostly the state government. And the state government, what they like to is that it is not that they collect the money, then they distribute the power. What they do is that they distribute the power, then they try to collect the money from them. Passing in that, there is a loss in terms of the distribution. Okay. And second thing is that there is outstanding money from those people who are utilizing your renewable energy is very, very high. And sometimes the payment cycle is something like 6 months to 18 months. So because of that, most of the power distribution companies are at a loss or they are not able to manage the cash flow. And because they invest huge amount of money and they pay huge amount of money for their employees and things, but the only thing is that the cash flow management is not exactly matching with them. So that is forcing them to go for some kind of financial crunch. That is one area why most of the people who wanted to invest in renewable energies are literally thinking of the huge risk which is involved, and that needs to be given some kind of guidelines. But fortunately, for the last 2 budgets and a couple of other kind of initiatives from the government, they started working on and trying to come up with some kind of regulation and how it should be done, and whether the government can lend any kind of money in order to avoid or probably put them in a very comfortable financial position. And second thing is that renewable energy power increases, that is variability is available. Sometimes it is we are having a huge solar power and a huge wind power and everything. But capturing those power to converting into something like a renewable energy, we don't have the capacity. We are sometimes we are forced to shut down because it goes more than the capacity where we can store that. Sometimes we have got a capacity, but the thing is that we are not having such kind of facility. wind resources are not good enough in certain time period or certain areas. Okay, so there is always issues which are available in the balancing demand and supply. We are not able to go past, even if we are able to go past scheduling and the capacity plant utilization. So many issues are available, but somehow we are replacing now data mining, artificial intelligence, and couple of other scientific technologies are used in order to go over with balancing, but still there is a huge challenges from the renewable energy point of view. Next thing is that the transmission grid is actually because of that we are losing a lot of things because we were able to convert and we were able to store, but from that we are going to transmit, and there is a transmission loss is available, and sometimes it is huge. Okay, so there was a proposal in A because the way we will be able to find out, we have seen it in different data movies, huge places and huge wind power, huge solar power, everything is available. But only thing is that after setting it up, probably from that we are going to transmit. The transmission we are facing a lot of issues. Still, they are trying to find out the best alternative how to transmit it with a lesser kind of a loss in that. So, in fact, that lay project was cancelled last year. And again, whenever we go for this kind of what is that renewable energy plans, and always the government is stepping up. But the problem is that financing them that is huge because we don't have a lot of money in order to avail because a lot of other realities are happening in Indian economy. And apart from that, the land acquisition because we need to set up a flat in different places, which is already owned by some other kind of people. And taking away from those people is really difficult. A lot of legal cases, and it takes something like runs into months. So that we are getting back land from those people is very, very difficult. That also is some kind of challenges. Now we can say that if they go to the court and it takes minimum 2 to 3 years, and by the time whatever the project or the plant that we were initiated, everything has gone wrong. Okay, again sometimes what happens is that overbuilding of the coal capacity because that's other challenges because we have got very good couple of electricity electricity supplies are available. Now earlier there was some kind of a crunch was available. Now we were able to get a lot of things from other kind of people. Even from the foreign importing a lot of things, and because of the coal we were able to everything is cheap coal we are able to produce much lesser kind of electricity. And because of that, nobody is willing to invest in the renewable energy because if you see from the competitive point of view, and one is doing good and that is also providing, but they are not bothered from the societal point of view because it creates a lot of pollution in the air. But most important thing is that the cost of production is very less, and because of that, many investors they are afraid to go for investing on the what is the renewable energy plants. And other key barrier in the renewable energy are upward price because of power generated from the renewable energy sources. So still the investment cost is very high, and how to find out the optimum energy because now you say that if somebody is approaching you for keeping your solar water heater or even solar panels for providing everything, we always compare with the what is the unit and the investment and how much money that you are going to take it away in the long run. But one more thing is that the sales that we are using solar panels, earlier we were dependent on a couple of others, and now we started working on independent. And earlier the quality is also not good enough because probably 1 or 2 years we are facing a lot of troubles and we need to change the panel that creates a lot of other investment. So again, there is something like quality and consistency is also available because of the natural weather conditions, and there is a flip side of what both ups and downs are available in the case of converting them. Something quality is also not good because, and I could understand when I went through that we need to have a separate kind of what is that fan and a couple of other things which are really required, especially if you are going to put a solar and other things, solar energy. So that is also some kind of experiment for the renewable energy development. And the technology that we have been working on still it is not very effective because we are trying to convert. And we need to go for a better kind of what is the technology, and that part of we need to invest lots of money on R&D, and that takes really some kind of an issues whenever from the government or any kind of a point of view. Again, and financing schemes which are available for this particular project, though government is providing a better kind of schemes, but still there is bureaucracy and couple of other things are having a impact on trying to provide getting a finance for these kind of projects. And last and the most important thing is that still we have a what is the energy, but electrification in the rural area is very less because now already flooded with the earth and everywhere we be able to find it, but in the rural area still electrification is not there. So how to provide those rural electricity? Is it possible to provide with the renewable energy? Is there any provisions are available that we need to focus on it? So these are the most important impediments and limitations, issues and challenges. Now government has started working on that, and they are working especially on the distribution company. They call it the discoms. So they are coming up with a lot of reforms in terms of distribution, project financing and everything. And they are also looking out for new technology in order to store all these kind of energy so that they can store it for a longer period of time and distribute it without wasting through the transmission loss. Okay, and again they are also looking out for the technology solutions and investment opportunities for this. These are the possible direction, but still it is limping a little bit, but probably this is going to be the future because now we know pretty much that pollution is causing a lot of causes a lot of impact, especially the rise in water, the sea level, and you know that now we are facing a different kind of weather condition. There is a change in the weather condition, and frequently we are facing some kind of a turbulence, some kind of an hurricane, and a lot of other, even the heavy rain. So all these things are largely due to the way in which we are mismanaging or probably having some kind of a tough fight with the natural kind of a thing. So at the end of what we are trying to say is very simple, and people have to be more educated and aware of renewable energies, started practicing from or across everyday life. Whether you are charging your scooter, whether you are charging your what is that cell phones, or whether you are trying to even charge it, whatever it is, and you need to focus on how to come up with something like renewable energies. And in future, I would say that it could be something like a self-sustainable. Every individual loves and they can decide on what kind of renewable energy and they can go for this. So that is what going to be order of the day, but down the line it takes lots of time. Okay. So that's all about my presentation, and thank you very much for giving this opportunity. And if there are any doubts and if you like to ask any questions, I will take up one, two, three, and we can have some kind of discussion. Otherwise, I just leave it to the organizers for proceeding forward.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the answer. Thank you very much for the details.
Thank you. Okay. Well, thank you. So please mute your mic, sir. So if you have any doubts, you can ask. Hello? Am I audible, sir? Yes. Okay, fine. That was a nice presentation from Natarajan sir, and that was very informative and knowledgeable. And he has covered a lot of points on renewable energy, and he has stressed more on the challenges and the future opportunities available to this renewable energy. And what type of initiatives that the government is undertaking on this. So on the given presentation and on the given topic, if you have any doubts, if anyone in the participation room, if you have any doubts, you can ask Natarajan sir, and he is ready to answer. He is ready to clarify all your doubts on the given topic. If you have any doubts, you just raise your hands. My volunteer will come to you. If you have any doubts. If you have any doubts, you can raise your hands or please stand up so that Natarajan sir is ready to clarify all your doubts on renewable energy. Final call. So no doubts. Everything is fine. So that says that how effectively the presentation is. That is all. That is what the professional presentation which we have witnessed already from Natarajan sir from Tiruchinapalli National Institute of Technology. And sir, my heartfelt thanks to you, sir. You have given us a very good presentation and very informative presentation. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I now invite, with this, I want to conclude this session with a formal vote of thanks. I want to call upon my learned colleague Mani Madam to come on to the dais and please propose a formal vote of thanks to this particular session.
Good afternoon, one and all. Myself, Mani, Commerce Department. I am very privileged to give the vote of thanks on behalf of my department for this session. So, firstly, I thanks to our today's session resource person, Dr. Thamaraiselvan Natarajan garu, for giving us such an excellent information on renewable energy and challenges to the audience, as well as our faculties, and it's very helpful. And all the thanks to the Selvan sir. Thank you so much once again. Thank you. And the students who presented in here, MBA students of Mohan and Nikita, Meghana, Baby and Dinesh Sainam, P. Mohan, Sai Surendra and Karthi, everyone sharing the valuable information. Thank you so much. And finally, thanks to the management of K.B.N College to giving us such a wonderful platform to all the participants. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Natarajan sir. Thank you, sir. On behalf of K.B.N College Management and Administration, I want to congratulate all the participants, and again I want to convey my my heartfelt thanks to Natarajan sir for giving us such a wonderful presentation on the given topic. Sir, thank you, sir. Yes. Participants and other students and other research scholars and people from various places, please hold a moment. Next session will going to start in few minutes. Please cooperate the organizers. Attention students. As I said, next session is going to start in a few moments. So before starting the next session, let me know how many number of participants are available in the next topic, that is achievement of youth at the rate of 75 years in view of Azadi Ka Mahotsav. How many number of participants we have? If you can please come forward and we will make a note of it. Please come forward. Please come forward so that we will make necessary arrangements regarding your PPT presentation or whatever, whatsoever. Under the topic of Azadi Ka Mahotsav, achievements of youth at the rate of 75 years, achievements of women at the rate of 75, you can come with all these sub themes which are available under Azadi Ka Mahotsav. Vasudhaika Kutumbam. Whatsoever, what are the topics which are related to this Azadi Ka Mahotsav and related to the 75 years of independence, if you want to talk or if you want to present your paper, you please come forward. Our organizers will make a note of it. We'll make it happen.
ప్రత్యేకత అంతా యూత్కి సంబంధించినటువంటి కాన్సెప్ట్స్ దీంట్లో రావడం జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఇది కూడా నేషనల్ సినిమాలో కాన్సెప్ట్ అనమాట. దీనికి ముఖ్య అతిథిగా మనకి డాక్టర్ K.B.N అసిస్టెంట్ ప్రొఫెసర్ అడిషనల్ డైరెక్టర్ ఐఏఎస్ అకాడమీ బెంగళూరు నుంచి విచ్చేయడం జరిగింది. వారిని వేదికగా రావాల్సిందిగా కోరుతున్నాను. ప్రొఫెసర్ K.B.N గారు అడిషనల్ డైరెక్టర్ ఐఏఎస్ అకాడమీ, ఇప్పుడు కూడా మనకి ట్రైనర్ చేయించడం జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. అలాగే రిటైర్డ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ పొలిటికల్ సైన్స్ ఎస్కేవిటి డిగ్రీ అండ్ పీజీ కాలేజ్ వారి గురించి చిరు పరిచయం. It's my pleasure to introduce today session 5 achievements of youth academic for 75 years. Dr. K.B.N sir as a resource person, he born on 30/8/1954 and blessed for the parents Sri Subramaniam Garu and Srimati Ramakshama Garu. He has done the degrees PhD, MPhil and MA with the specialization of political science and public administration. Since 1979, he rendered his services for teaching to degree, PG and civil services and acted as a professor in political science and public administration. He has published 8 books for degree level in both English and Telugu medium, and at PG level he has published 5 books such as Research Techniques, Panchayati Raj in India, Working of Gram Panchayats in India, Rural Development in India, Local Governance in India. His services rendered to civil services training. Are Additional Director, National IAS Academy, Bangalore, Rouse IAS Academy, Bangalore, Pragna IAS Academy, Bangalore, Bharat IAS Academy, Bangalore. He has a right membership in professional organizations such as IIPS New Delhi, IPSA Jaipur, ABPSA Guntur, Indian Red Cross Society, and the Lions Club International Vijayawada. The other service activities carried during his services are as a NSS program officer, adult and community education program officer, youth Red Cross coordinator, and faculty forum convener. Director for Social Welfare Masters Honorary, Government of Andhra Pradesh. These awards and achievements are received Excellency Award twice from the Governor, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Received Excellency Award from the State Secretary, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Received Excellency Award from the District East Godavari Secretary. Now I request Dr. K.B.N Garu. He will be honored by Aisha Begum Garu. Aisha Begum Garu will go next. Now I request Dr. K.B.N Garu to take over the session for this.
Our topic is to part of the topic, it will become a very extensive it will become a physics anyhow, I don't want to take much and I don't test your patience. Yes, I am very concise, I am very intelligent, and I will give more important development activities happening. Actually, how can you know the development? Suppose the individual regularly for 1 year or 2 years, you don't find that he is very normal. He is a normal. Suppose some other man comes, if he observes, he will find some.
College में